Hello and welcome to week 2 of our Introduction to Courts class. I hope everybody's been safe and healthy, and we're on our way to our first full week of classes here. Uh, Needless to say, this has been a very, very interesting month so far, and is going in line with our class here in Introduction to Courts. Unfortunately, we've had some real riveting incidences happen. We've had some real challenges to our court system. We've had some real unbelievable things that have happened. We have a new president. We're going to be moving forward with this class here. I think, unfortunately, we're going to be able to relate a lot of things that are happening right now to our classes. We're going to be starting off this section of the class with the whole basic things for every single court, no matter where we go, what state we're in, what type of court we're in, federal court, county court, state court, any of those things there. They all have one certain premise, and that's the premise is the rule of law. And we have to understand that the rule of law is one of the bases for our Constitution, and that we have to follow those different provisions for a rule of law. And what a rule of law is, it's a durable system. It's been going on since the incorporation of our country here. It's a system with laws, institutions that have the laws and apply the laws, no matter what court we're in. It's also about community and how the communities react and deal with the law. One of the things with the rule of law, it makes that everybody has accountability for what they do, and we're going to be seeing that, and we've seen that so far since the incident on January 6th at the Capitol building, is that people that tried to take the law into their own hands are now being held accountable. Even though they have their rights and beliefs, we deal now getting to that part with community. We also look at the fact with just laws. And this is one of the things why we have courts, why we have appeals to courts, why we have the legislature that makes the courts, and the executive office that will sign into law different things, because in the past we've had some very unjust laws. One of the most unjust laws that we have that's finally being addressed by the legislature is the fact that years ago during the war on drugs, is that people that had powdered cocaine were treated a lot different than people that had crack cocaine. And a lot of that dealt with poverty, it dealt with race, and it dealt with the courts giving much harsher sentences for people that had crack cocaine, even though powdered cocaine was just as dangerous as the crack cocaine. The legislature, what it did, it incarcerated hundreds and thousands of people for the crack cocaine and let the powder cocaine people walk away. And that's not just. It's not that. There's no accountability. And it's part of our government to make those changes. And they have made those changes to make the laws more reflective of that. And so we look at cases like that, is that this is what the rule of law will address in doing that. And what it also, rule of law, make sure that everybody has access to our criminal justice system, regardless of your position in life, what your income is, what your race is, where you live, all those types of things. A good, just system of rule of law will address those things, and we'll be looking at that when we go to your assignment, and you're going to be making some decisions as far as that goes. One other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to start to set the base. After we go through this rule of law module, we'll start to get into federal courts and state courts. We'll be getting into the roles of the different people that work in the courts, and we'll work our way through the system. As we go along, we'll be looking at cases, and we'll be looking at things that are happening today and things that happened in past years that have affected the ways that laws are handled now. One thing that's just being brought up here in Massachusetts, where a new police and criminal justice reform bill, is that people, particularly younger people that got in trouble early in life, made decisions that they shouldn't have made, and then had to carry a record for the rest of their life. Right now, we're in the process here in Massachusetts is giving a person the right to go to court and petition to have their records expunged. And so that they can, when they go for job applications, somebody does a background check on them, is that the record for something that was kind of youthful offense, however, a non-violent offense, that they can have that record expunged to give them another chance at making things right in their life. So little things like that that are going on. This is where the rule of law will play in to everything. Another thing that we're going to be looking at is court cases and how the different courts handle the cases and appeals on doing that. A lot of that goes around search and seizure, the right of arrest, profiling, all those types of things there. We'll look into those and into that part there. So with this beginning here, I've been looking at your backgrounds and the answers for the introduction class. I'm very impressed with some of them. One other thing that you'll see in the opening thing, the introduction, is that January is National Stalking Month, Awareness Month. And a lot of times the stalking can happen on campuses. There's a short video there to highlight some of those things. We'll be talking about that when we do our session on domestic violence, because stalking and domestic violence often go hand in hand, particularly when we're looking at danger assessment for victims. We look at cases when we have domestic violence homicides or violent domestic violence assaults, is that in 85 to 90% of those homicides or assaults is that the victim was stalked prior to the incident where they lost their life or were gravely injured. The other thing that one of the things with the stalking awareness law on the college campuses is that being on a college campus and being tied to schedules and dormitory rooms and all those types of things is that it's very easy for a stalker to stalk you in a college university environment. And we'll look at the fact that our Salem State Police Department does have resources for you here at the university. There's some very good information on their webpage for the Salem State Security. We'll also be looking at that with what's called the Clery Act. We'll be explaining things that go on with that. So I'm just looking forward to everybody having a good jump start on the semester, to get things rolling after our semester break, and to hopefully give you informative information that you can use not only if you're going on a criminal justice career, but also being able to use just in real life situations. So once again, I'm looking forward to hearing from you and welcome you back here to the class. Good luck, and I'm looking forward to your replies from the assignment. There's two assignments, each one's worth 5 points, and you'll be able to work with those and get them in. You can see that I have a due date on them. I try to go into situations where the due dates will give you time to do your work, and you can see that I have an open-ended time that the assignments will be up there. I know some of you people are working, have families and other commitments, and have other situations going on as this pandemic is going through our country. And the only thing is that after the due date, there will be a point or two taken off that assignment. But please make any effort at all to get those assignments in, particularly on time. But if you don't have the time, we're not going to look at that as a punishment. And again, anybody that has any questions, have any concerns, I'm here, I'm available. Please call and contact me. This is what it's all about. So take care and have a good week.